Hello there. Welcome. My name's Kevin. This is a channel where we talk about music, but also creative life in general. And I'm here because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing in my life, working 9 to 5, 8 to 5. I'd rather be making music all day. There's a lot of people on here on YouTube that seem to be doing what they want to do, and YouTube seems to be a part of that. So here I am, talking music, talking life. Today I just wanted to share a little arrangement trick with you, and I must give credit where credit is due. House of Kush, if you haven't checked out his YouTube page, he does an awesome job. He makes hardware and plugins and also these amazing YouTube videos. So he's just a really cool guy. And I kind of borrowed this idea from him, but it has to do with arrangement and how if you start to listen closely to your favorite music, your favorite band, you'll notice that people will bring in new instruments or take away instruments in their arrangement in twos. Sometimes it's not a rule, but many times this is true. So, for instance, intro will be bass and drums. Here comes verse 1. The singer comes in, the bass and drums keep going, and the guitar comes in. So now you have four things going. Did you see that? So you got a pair. You got the drums and bass at first, and then you got the vocals and the guitar. Now, this is hypothetical. It's not how all songs go, but just listen. Right? That's the first verse. Here comes a pre-chorus. Maybe, let's say it drops down to just the bass and the vocals. You know, there's the drums and the guitar dropped out. And it's like a scene change in a movie. It's like a different camera angle, different lighting for your song. And then the chorus comes in, everything comes in all at once. So that kind of breaks our rule. But if it was a 4-piece band, then that would work, you know? You'd have the drums, vocals, guitar, bass. Anyway, it's just a fun little thing to start listening. Take music you're already familiar with and know well, and listen to the arrangement and see how they bring stuff in and take stuff out. And I like to think of it like, movies, like a scene. It's like a scene change. I like to think of each section as a scene change, and you got to keep this thing interesting. Keep the viewer or the listener, in the case of music, interested and engaged. Not in a cheesy pop kind of earworm way, but just you gotta make it interesting. And whether that's adding a tambourine in the chorus, a tambourine and some backup vocals, that's like a common trick to make make your chorus bigger. Yeah, it's just something to think about when you're needing some extra juice in your song. Add stuff in twos. And another way to keep things interesting is panning. Now, I've been really into hard panning lately, kind of like 60s and 70s style, all the way left, all the way right. But we can talk about that another episode maybe. But yeah, that's just a little thing I like to think about when I'm not writing the song, but when you're at the production stage, when you're adding instruments, you're writing parts maybe that are outside of the kind of core parts. And the nice thing about making music on a computer, as we mostly all do in this modern age, is that you can try stuff. It's really easy to mute and unmute for the sake of arrangement and just seeing what sounds cool and what works. And it can be something as simple as a little tinkle on the keys, like a little part that harmonizes with the vocal melody, or it doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be new and interesting. And sometimes less is more. So yeah, listen to your favorite album or favorite song and see how they bring in and out instruments in the arrangement overall. It's really fun to listen to. And it's not always a rule, but it does happen very often. Things come in and out in pairs. So that's just a little fun tidbit for you. More to come. Thank you guys for hanging out. Have a great day.